Okay, today class is functions in C, some functions in C++. Okay. Here you can see function scope. It pertains to the label declared in a function. I see that a label can be used inside the function in which it is declared. So we can use the same name label in different functions. See here, function definition, add one, opening bracket, closing bracket. Function name add one. Function name what? Add one is followed parenthesis. Is followed parenthesis. Or parenthesis preceded by a name is called function. Okay. Name followed by parenthesis or parenthesis preceded by a name is called function. Okay, here void add one. This is called what? Parameterized function. Parameterized function. Within the function, we declare the variable names here. Within the function, we can declare the variables. Here, int sum is equal to 0, sum is equal to x plus y plus z. C out less than sum here. Okay, function definition add 2. Here, the second function. 3 are the floating point values. Next float sum is equal to 0, 0.0. Okay, x plus sum is equal to x plus y plus z. C out less than sum. Okay, here the label xyz and sum in two different functions add 1 and add 2 declared and used locally. A file scope if the declaration of an identifier appears outside all functions. If the declaration of an identifier appears outside all functions, it is available to all the functions in the program and its scope becomes file scope. The scope becomes file scope. For example, int x void square int of it. Okay, here cout n into int void cin. Okay, cout the square of it. Here the declaration of variable x and function square are outside all the functions, so these can be accessed from any place inside the program. Okay, next outside of the functions, those are called global declaration. Okay, next class scope. In class C++, every class maintains its own associated scope. Okay, the class members are set to have local scope within the class. If the name of variable is reused by a class member which already has a file scope, then the variable will be hidden inside the class. Member functions also have class scope. Member functions also have class scope. Okay, definitions and declaration of class. Here you can how we can declare and define a class. A C++ in C++. A class in C++ combines related data and functions. Bound data and functions together is called class. It makes a data type which is used for creating objects of this type. Creating objects of this type. Class represents real world entity that have both data type and properties and characteristics and operation. Associated operations. Okay. Next one, syntax for class. You can see here. Okay. The syntax of class definition is shown below. Class name. Class name. Opening braces. Private variable declaration. That is called data member. The function declaration is called member function. Protected variable declaration. Function declaration. Public variable declaration. Function declaration. When end of the class, must and should you can use semicolon. Then class is complete. So here the keywords class specifies that we're using a new data type and is followed by the class name. The body of the class has two keywords, namely private and protected. In C++, the keywords private and public are called access specifiers. Access specifiers. The data hiding concept in C++ is achieved by using the keyword private. Okay. In C, we are using data hiding in C++ data hiding concept we are achieved by using private. Private nothing but within the function only. What are the data is there? The data we are using inside that function only. We can use inside that function only. That is called hiding. Private data and functions can only be accessed from within the class itself. Within the class itself. Public data and functions are accessible outside the class also. Okay, this is shown in below. You can see here. Okay, data member and function member. This is private and this is public. Can only be accessed from within the class only. Within the class only. These are the outside of the class also. Public nothing but outside of the class also we can access. These are accessed within the class only. Okay, what are the within the class? What are those variables are there? We can use within the class variables are there. Those variables within the class, those we can use. And outside of the class also we can use. Okay, those you can declare as public. Okay, data hiding not mean the security techniques. Security technique used for protecting computer-based database. Okay, data hiding nothing but we are protecting our computer. What are the information inside our computer? Those data are protected by using data hiding. The security measures is used to protect unauthorized users from performing any operation. From performing any operations, read, write, or modify on the data. The data declared under private section are hidden and safe from accidental manipulation. Okay, so the user can use the private data, but not okay accidents, but not accident. The functions that operates on data are generally public so that they can be accessed from outside the class. But this is not a rule that we must follow. Okay, member function definition. The class specification can be done in two parts. Well, first one is class definition. First one is class definition. It describes both data member and member function. It describes both data member and a member function. Next, second way, class method definition. First one class definition, second one class method definition. It describes how certain class member functions are coded. We have already seen the class definition syntax as well as an example. You can see here example, and also you can see here C++. In C++, the member function can be coded in two ways: inside class definition, outside class definition, using scope resolution operator. Okay, we can what in member functions can be coded in two ways: inside class definition and outside class definition. Okay, using scope resolution operator. The code of the function is same in both the cases, but the function header is different as explained below. Okay, inside class definition. When a member function is defined inside a class, when a member function is defined inside a class, we do not require to place a membership. We do not require to place a membership label along with the function. Along with the function name. We use only small function inside the class definition, and such functions are known as inline function. Okay, what is the meaning of this one? When a member function is defined inside a class, we do not require to place a membership label along with the function name. Okay, we use only small functions inside the class definition, and such functions are known as inline function. In case of inline functions, the compiler inserts the code of the body of the function at the place where it is invoked. And in doing so, the program execution is faster, but memory penalty is there. Okay, outside class definition using scope resolution operator. Here you can see name of the class and scope resolution operator and function. Here in this case, the function full name is written as shown below. The syntax for member function definition outside the class get defined is return type, name of the class, and function name. Here argument list. This is the body of the function. Here the operator, resolution operator known as scope resolution operator helps in defining the member function outside class. Earlier the scope resolution operator was ised on on situation whereas global variable exists with the same name as local variables and it is identified by global. Next here you can see declaration of objects in instances of a class. The object of a class are declared after the class definition. One must remember that class a definition does not define any object of its type, but it defines the properties of class. For utilizing the definition class, we have need variables of the class type. Okay, largest object one, object two. If we create two objects, the class types we mention variable names and here variables of the class known as objects. They are declared like simple variables like fundamental data types. And here we can create different types of created and stored when the class is defined in memory space can be accessed by all the objects related to that. Okay, here memory space is allocated separately to each object for their data members. Member variable stores different values for different objects of a class. Accessing members from objects after defining a class and creating a class variable that the object we can access the data members and member functions of the class. Because the data members and member functions are parts of the class, we must access these using the variables we created. For functions or parts of class, we must access these using variables we create. Example. Here you can see these two are the private, these four or three data types are the private data types we can access within the class only, and this public is the function. Okay, this is we can access outside of also, and here you can see the functions. What is that one? Display data function is there. This is the body of the type and this class is what. So we are declaring these member functions inside the class. These functions are inside the class, then those functions are called member functions. Okay, ob.init data access the member function, ob.display data access the member function. Here the data members can be accessed in the member functions as these have private scope, and the member functions can be accessed outside the class, therefore, or before or after the main function. Okay, static class members, data members, and member functions of the class in C++ may be qualified as static. We can have static data members and static member functions in class. Static data members, it is generally used to store value common to the whole class. The static members differ from an ordinary data members in the following ways. Only a single copy of static. Only a single copy of static data member is used by all the objects. Is used by all the objects. Next second one, it can be used within the class, but its lifetime is the whole program. So for making a data member static, we require to declare it within the function and what are the declarations are there inside that class. Okay, for example, you can see class name is student and static int count. Okay, this count is a static variable. Okay, that static variable we can declare inside that class, and when the places are over, then must and should you can follow the semicolon. Where the semicolons are ended, then class is over. The static data member is defined outside the class is also. Okay, the example for that int student scope resolution operator count defined outside the class. This one, the definition outside the class is a must. Okay, we can also initialize the static data members at the time of its definition as. Okay, in students, scope resolution operator count is equal to 0 if we define three objects as student, object 1, object 2, object 3. We can define. Okay, here you can see static member function. A static member function can access only a static members of class. We can do so by putting the keyword static before the name of the function while declaring it. Example, class student, static, int count, public, static void show count, off void, count, next class is over. Okay. Next, here we have put the keyword static before the name of the function show count. Okay, C++ static member function refers from the other member functions in following ways. Only static members, functions or variables of the same class can be accessed by a static member function. Next, it is called by using the name of the class rather than an object given below. Okay, here you can see name of the class function. Name of the class was student, function name is student, show code. Function name is show code. Okay, friend function. Here you can see in friend function. Okay, in C++, a class can be made a friend to another class. A class can make a, a, a class can be made a friend to another class. For example, class 2. Forward declaration of the class 2. Okay, class 1 is there. Okay, friend class 2. Okay, friend class 2 means nothing but class 2 declared as friend of class 1. Okay, here you can see. Now from class 2, all the members of class 1 can be accessed. Class 2, okay, all the members of class 1 can be accessed. Declaration and definition of overload. Okay, for defining an additional task to an operator, we must mention what is mean in relation to the class to which it is applied. Okay, the operator function helps us in doing so. Okay, the syntax for declaration of an operator function is follows operator, 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 operator. Okay, a binary operator can be defined either a member function taking one argument or a global function taking one argument. For a binary operator, x a comma x b can be interpreted as either an operator x of b or operator x of a comma. For prefix unary operator y, uh, y a can y a can be interpreted as either a dot operator of y or operator y of a. For postfix unary operator z or az can be interpreted as either a dot operator z int or operator of z of a comma int. The operator function, namely operator is equal to operator square brackets, operator parenthesis, and operator question mark, must be non-static member functions. Due to their first operands will be L values. Their first operands will be L values. An operator function should be either a member or take at least one class object argument. The operators new and delete need not follow the rules. Also, an operator function needs to accept the basic type of its first argument. Cannot be member function. Okay, some example of declarations of operator functions. Okay, here you can see class name, class keyword, class name is p operator plus plus int. This is postfix. This is also prefix. Prefix nothing but you can give the prefix and the p operator is all binary. Some of the examples are global operator. Okay, given this is prefix, binary minus, postfix. We can declare the global operator functions as being friend of any other class. Okay, example of operator overloading. Operator overloading using friend function. A class time is a class. On that class, we can take two variables r comma I. On that public, we are using a friend time operator. Here operator overloading using friend function. Okay, time r is equal to I is equal to 0. Time of int x int y, r is equal to x, I is equal to y. Okay, time operator plus constant time ampersand x comma constant time ampersand y. Now opening bracket time z dot r is equal to x dot r plus y dot r. Z dot I is equal to x dot I plus y dot I. Next return z. Next main function opening braces time x comma y comma z. X is equal time of y is equal time of z is equal time of. There you can mention the times. Z is equal to x plus adding using friend function plus. Okay. In this chapter we are discussing about in this chapter we are discussing about in this chapter In this chapter, we are discussing about classes and some of the functions. Okay, on that classes, here you can see we are using two keywords are there. Those two keywords. Okay, those two keywords. What are the keywords we are using? Those two keywords. Okay, private and public keywords we are using. Okay, on that private and public in C++, keywords private and public are called access specifiers. Okay, where we are given public, where we are giving public, those are accessed anywhere. Those are accessed anywhere. Those are accessed anywhere. Okay, others can't access it. Others can't access it. And public, private, those are what are the variables are there? Those variables are accessed. What is that one? Inside that function only. Inside that function only. Where we are using keyword private. Okay, private nothing but there. Okay, what are the variables are there? Those variables are accessed inside that function only. Okay, when we are declaring as a public variable, those variables we can access anywhere in program. Anywhere in program. Okay, and here function scopes we are discussed. Okay, function scope nothing but declared in a function and label can be used inside the function only. Okay, in which it is declared. Okay, so we can use the same name label in different functions. Okay, the function scope nothing but the life of a function. Okay, here you can see class definition and declaration of class. Okay, in class definition and declaration, how we can declare a class. Okay, class name. And what is the definition of class? Class nothing but uh, combination of combination of okay combination of data and function. Combination of data and function is called a class. Combination of data and functions is called a class. Okay, when class name opening braces and closing braces, after closing braces you can mention their semicolon, then class is over. Okay, here you can see private and public access specifier. Okay, private also data member and member function. Here also data member and member function. Those two are the classes. These two are the classes. Okay, within the class only, what are the data and member functions are there? Those are accessed within the class. That is called private. And those data members and member functions are accessed anywhere. Those are called public. Those are called public. Okay. Data hiding not mean the security technique used for protecting computer data database. Computer databases. The security measure is used to protect unauthorized users from performing any operation. From performing any operations on the data. The data declared under private section are hidden and safe for accidental manipulations. Okay. What is the information is there? That information we can store in privately. We can store in privately. Okay, that information, okay, we can store safely. That information we can store safely when we are using private. Okay, when suppose our information hidden, suppose our information we can lose by accidentally manipulation. So then also our information is safe when we are using private. Okay, private using data hiding is possible only by using private keyword. There is no private. We can't hide data. We can't hide data. Okay, member functions. Member functions. The class specification can be done in two parts. One is class declaration. Next, class method definition. Class definition and class method definition. Class definition, it describes both data member and member function. Both data member and member function. Okay, here it describes how certain class member functions are coded. We have already seen the class definition syntax as well as an example. You can see here example C++. We can also see an example also there. In C++, the member function can be coded in two ways, inside class definition, outside class definition. Both are using resolution operator. Both are using resolution operator. Okay, suppose inside class, when a member function is defined inside a class, we do not require to place a membership label. Do not require a membership label. Okay, we do not use a membership label along with the function. Along with the function. Okay, name. We use only small functions. We use only small functions. Okay, those small functions only we can use. Okay, here you can see. Here you can see. This is class name and function name. This is outside. This is outside. Okay. When we member function is there, that member function already we can declare it inside that class. Inside that class, okay. Or you can take that function name outside of the class. Left side you must and should you can give the class name, and right side you can give the function name. Okay, between these two you can use resolution scope resolution operator and you can give them. Okay, what are the information is there? That information, suppose in function there is no parameters, then this function is called a null function, and here function argument list is there, then that is called parameterized function. Parameterized function. Okay, and here declaration of object and instance of a class, you can see the object of a class are declared after the class definition. One must remember that the class definition does not define any object of its type, but it defines the properties of a class. Okay, for utilizing the defined class, we need variables of the class type. For example, largest object 1 comma object 2. We'll create two objects, object 1 and object 2 of largest class type. Okay, you mentioned earlier, as mentioned earlier in C++, the variables of a class are known as objects. Okay, these are declared like simple variables like fundamental data types like int space a comma int space b. Like those, what are the variables we can declare like that only. These variables also we can declare. Okay, in C++, all member functions of a class are created and stored when the class is defined, and this memory space can be accessed by all objects related to that class. Related to that class, memory space is allocated separately to each other for their data members. Member variable stores different values for different objects of classes. Okay, access member from objects. After defining a class, creating a class variable and object, we can access the data members and member functions of the class. Because the data members and member functions are part of the class, we must access these using variables we created. For functions, functions are part of the class, we must access these using variables we created. For example, here class name, class name is student. Okay, next private is there, private member. You can take private keyboard. Next character data type, register number. Next here name also character data type, is integer data type, address is character data type. Next public is public access specifier void init data. Here body of the function, here display data, what is the information is there, that information is displayed here. Okay. Next, here static class members, you can see static class members, it is generally used to store value common. Store value common to the whole class. The static member differs from an ordinary data member in the following way. Only a single copy of static data member is used by all the objects. Only a single copy of the static data member is used by all the objects. Okay, it can be used within the class, but its lifetime is the whole program. Its lifetime is the whole program. Okay, see here, the static data member is defined outside the class as in student and scope resolution operator account. We defined outside the class. The definition outside the class is must. The definition outside the class is Must. Okay, we can also initialize the static data members at the time of its definition. In students, count is equal to 0 if we define okay, three objects as a student. Okay, object 1, comma, object 2, comma, object 3, like that. Those are the and starting members functions are here. Okay, those are explained. A friend function, nothing but one class is there, that class, and you can create second class. The second class is a friend of first class. Okay, what are the functions inside first class? Those are accessed by second class also. Okay, that is the advantage of functions. Okay, next declaration definitions of operator. Operator overloading is there. Okay, next today class is over. Okay,